It's an honor to come to you today to talk about the subject of priest in the household. Dads, husbands, rising up to be the priest of their home, the one who stands between the Lord and all the situations that life brings our way. Rising up in leadership, man of God. Be a man. Having male genitals makes you a male, but it doesn't necessarily make you a man. There's a difference, and that's where some of the confusion's coming in today. And I'll tell you what, God is looking for men to rise up in their homes and say, as for me and my house, we're going to serve the Lord, and we're going to do it God's way. This house is dedicated entirely to the Lord Jesus Christ, and I'm going to be the priest in my house. I'm not going to be a bully. I'm not going to be abusive. I'm not going to hurt my kids. I'm going to help my kids. I will be a godly dad, a godly husband, because I will stand before the Lord one day and give an account for how I conducted myself in my own house. Think about that. It's awesome to think about that God has given you the honor and the privilege of being a husband first and then a dad. In that order, by the way. And that's an honor. I've always counted that as an honor, that God trusted me, not only with my wife, but with 4 beautiful children who to this day I still love and adore. And I'm so thankful for them. And I had my share of faults and failures like everybody else. But you know what? We understood that I was the leader in our home. My wife was the neck that turned the head. And that's not a cliche, that's truth. I thank God for my wife. She was a wonderful, godly influence, not only in my life, but in the lives of our children. And then I came alongside her as the leader of the house, not in an abusive fashion, not in you do it my way or it's the highway thing, none of that, not yelling and screaming and carrying on, not beating, none of that. Being the priest of your house encompasses so many wonderful ideals and so many privileges. And today I want to talk about a very practical way that you can be the priest of your house. And that is this: teach your children how to manage finances. Oh my goodness, do them a favor that will carry them throughout their lives. Teach them how to budget money. Teach them that they need to save money. Matter of fact, if you can swing it, open up a savings account, a joint savings account with your name and your kid's name on it, and put money in there for them and give it to them in upon their high school graduation. I mean, save money. Teach them the beauty of saving money, the necessity of saving money. Teach them how to budget. Oh, I know. Teach them how to write checks. Now, not many people are writing checks today, but some still do. And I heard of a kid the other day, someone asked him to write a check, and he said, I've never written a check in my life. He was in his 20s. And he's, how do you do that? Well, I get it. There's online banking and online bill paying is kind of taken over, and it's pretty much standard, but there's still people out there that write checks. So yeah, very practical, but learn how to write a check. Learn how to say no to unnecessary expenditures. Learn how to save for a new home or your first home. How to save for a car. Teach them how to value money. And here's a very important thing. Teach them that tithing represents the blessings of the Lord throughout their lives. That if they'll tithe, if they'll give God his due, if they'll pay God, pay their bill, that God will honor them. And I always taught my kids that the tithe is God's protection. And I don't live in fear of that. But I've learned that when I tithe, I absolutely can expect the Lord to bless me and protect me when it comes to my finances. And tithing, according to the book of Malachi, God will absolutely, he will destroy the devourer, those things that try to hurt us financially, that maybe try to pull us under. That I truly believe this, guys. This is not preacher talk. I've lived it all my life. I don't tithe because I fear the Lord. I don't tithe to get. I tithe because I love Jesus Christ. Teach your kids that tithing is not the same as extracting a tooth. It invokes and brings the blessings of God into our lives. It's protection, it's blessing. I just can't say enough about it. Teach your kids to tithe. Because you know what? Tithing says, I love God more than anything else in this world. And it all belongs to the Lord. You understand that. You say, well, I need to give 10% of my money to the Lord. You know what? We forget it all belongs to him anyway. If you love the Lord, if you're his child, your money belongs to him in its entirety, 100%. And then we get the honor. Listen, we get the honor and the privilege to tithe. It's not a bad thing. It's not, well, I guess I better tithe. No, my church wants my money. No, another thing, you don't tithe to the church. You tithe to the Lord. Big difference. And a lot of people say, I'm not giving that church any money. I don't agree with what they're doing. What? Really? You're not tithing to a church. You're tithing to the Lord of the church, to the Lord Jesus Christ. The tithe is his. And all that other stuff just needs to fade away. We need to quit emphasizing that stuff and talking about it. It just gets nowhere fast. Teach your kids the value of money and teach them not to fall in love with things, because you can't take anything to heaven that's stuck to earth. So teach them the value of money, teach them to respect money, teach them how to save money, how to spend money. Do your children a favor. And when they grow up and they start families of their own, they will thank you for the attention that you gave them regarding financial means and measures. They'll love you for it. They'll appreciate you for it. Because I can't think of anything in this life much more stressful than financial matters. I mean, finances or lack thereof can stress really good people out. It's just one of those horrible things that we go through in life. And God teaches us during those times. But I think there are means and measures that we can do to avoid that and teach our kids these wonderful principles around finances that they'll appreciate you for later. So there you go. If you're the priest of your house, teach them how to spend their money. Teach them about that money is a tool and that we need to handle it well. And they'll thank you for it. So come on, rise up, man of God. Be the priest of your house in the area of finance.